Hi, I'm Erica from Globe Life American Income Life Division, and I spoke to you about the benefits through IBEW 76. Now, is Taryn right there next to you as well?
Yeah, she's right here.
All right, awesome. Now, they did want us to see you personally about this, and they don't want us to take too much of your time. So I'm just going to jump right into it. All right, a moment here. How long have you and Taryn been together?
Together 11 years, married 9.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. And do you happen to have any children?
No, no kids.
Okay. Do you happen to know anyone that has children?
Oh yeah, tons. We work at a church and so yeah, we know a lot of people that have kids.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. And I showed that you stay in Dallas. How long have you been there?
We have been here for about 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years. Okay, that sounds awesome. Now, where have you stayed before Dallas?
We moved around some. So we lived in Lubbock for a little bit and then a little bitty town and then we moved it to the big city. So
Okay. Now, is your family, are you all in Dallas?
no, they actually live further west Texas, but we go
Okay.
see them quite a bit.
Okay, like your siblings or your mom
Yeah,
and dad?
Uh, my siblings live in West Texas. My wife's siblings live in West Texas. Our parents live in West Texas, and so yeah, everybody's over there.
Okay. Yeah, I've been in Austin my entire life. So all of my family is here. So whenever we have like gatherings and stuff, it's just easier for us to come together, have those reunions and whatnot.
Right.
How many siblings do you have?
I have two brothers and a sister, and my wife, she has one brother and one sister. She had two brothers, but one of her brothers just passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That must be tough.
It was really sad. He was a great guy.
Oh, I'm sure of it. And then you have nephews and nieces.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
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 Yeah, that's always fun. I have all nephews.
Nah,
Unfortunately, my mom, she didn't have any granddaughters because we all ended up having boys. So it's
not
just
a
all
bad
boys.
thing.
Uh,
That's not a bad thing.
it's not a bad thing, more football games. I'm not
Well,
really into sports, but since I have boys, I'm kind of forced to just to kind of know what's, but I actually enjoy it. I
yeah.
do. All right. So I do kind of want to dive into this just to kind of give you and Taryn uh, some information here regarding what is offered to you through your union. Now, of course, you're probably both dying to know, so let me just tell you exactly why I'm visiting with you and what I'm going to do. Now, first, I'm going to review you no cost benefits that have been set up for you. And second, I'm going to go over the exclusive benefits that you might qualify for. So, it's not just IBEW 76 that American Income Life's work with, but we do work over 20,000 different local labor unions, like credit unions and associations throughout the United States. And look, whether you like unions or not, the reason they have some of the best benefits is partly thanks to their relationship with American Income Life for the past 60 plus years. And just so you know who you're working with, let me just brag a little bit about our agency, Basic Organization. Now we are headquartered here in Texas, and we have over 10,000 Google reviews with a 4.9 star rating on Google. That's just not that's not just more than any other organization in the company, but it's also the best rating of any other organization in the company. Now, the people we serve, they know us, they trust us, and consistently say we take care of them. And that's exactly what I'm going to do for the both of you today. Now, I don't know if I asked, you said, did you have any kids?
No, ma'am, I do not have
You
any
don't
kids.
have any kids.
Oh,
Okay. Well, this feature here is just our child safe kits. And we want to try and get it out to families with children. I know that you stated that you and Taryn, you have your siblings, you have your nieces, you have your nephews. So this is a good feature that we want to be able to share with your family as well in regards of this. This here, what you see is our child safe kit. Now, Blake and Taryn, this is your first no-cost benefit in the Child Safe Kit ID. Uh, for forever whenever you guys decide to have children in the near future. This is endorsed by the International Union of Police Associations. Now, I'm sure you, like I said, you know a bunch of people with children,
Oh yeah.
and Texas leads the country in abductions, and 93% of children that are not found in the first 24 hours are actually never found. So this app helps us in those critical first hours to help find a missing child.
Okay.
Um, I don't know if I would ask them. No. Okay. Um, do you happen to have a? Well, let me go ahead and introduce you to our Legacy Will Kit. This is another next to your no cost benefit. This Legacy Free Will is a testament kit that you requested. Now, have you had the chance to establish a final will and testament?
No, we have not.
No? Okay. Well, in the United States, a simple will can actually cost up to $1,000 or more. It's just depending on how complex it is. Allow me to review this with you. Now, with our Legacy Free Will Kit, this document here is just, let me just emphasize that this is provided to you as a straightforward will kit. If you have further questions or need advice on any of this, feel free to reach out to a qualified attorney for that advice. We do provide guidance on filling out the Legacy Will Kit with you, but I'm not a licensed attorney. But I can briefly explain each section of the kit. That way, you know where to fill in information and how to finalize the document. All right. Now, we do have our disclaimer and explanation. Um, and this is just again, not this kid does not is not legal advice, but in estate planning needs vary. So if you have any questions or unique circumstances, you'll just consult your attorney. We do on the second portion of this, more like identification of family. You'll just list your marital status, and of course, any children that you have in the near future. You can always go back and update that. Payments and debts and specific requests. This is just your personal representation is authorized to pay your debts, your taxes, your funeral costs from your estate. Residential residue. I can't talk right now. Your residual estate. This is what's left after debts and specific gifts are handled. Next in the kit, you have personal representative, and that's just obviously naming your spouse, anywhere as far as children, what it is that you want to pass down to them, should you both pass or either one of you. Um, I don't know if you have any pets. Do you happen to have pets?
No, I don't. We have fish.
Okay, you have a fish. Okay, well, that's cool. But in this kit, if you happen to have any pets along the way, you are actually able to designate someone to care for your pets if you're no longer here.
Cool.
And they also offer special directives, just like including at your wishes if you decide to do burial or cremation, just any personal instructions on how you want to go about that. And then, of course, your signing and witnessing. We do ask that you have at least two adult witnesses present in front of a notary uh, to be able to attest that as far as the affidavit
Okay.
for court acceptance.
Okay.
Um, Now, just moving along, this is our AIL Plus. Now, Blink and Taryn, this is the no cost AIL Plus discount card. Now, how are your benefits through work?
They're okay. They're not great, but we get by.
Okay, okay. Well, you're going to absolutely love this. This benefits provides up to 85% discounts on like dental, your vision, prescriptions, your hearing, telemedicine, and chiropractic services. It's basically designed to fill in gaps that other insurances you have doesn't cover. And it is provided to you at no cost. You'll get the activation email in the next couple of days. And then once a year, you'll be contacted just to ensure that it gets renewed. That way you can utilize it because I don't know about you, but I actually enjoy saving money.
Yeah.
Next slide here. Oh, yeah. Our next slide here is our AD&D certificate. This again, this is another no-cost accidental death and dismemberment certificate. Now, Blake, this is a living benefit that pays you $17,500 for the loss of hand, one foot, a sight, and one eye. And we doubled that amount for any two, which will be the equivalent of $35,000. Now, Taryn, for you, this is a death benefit that would pay you $35,000 should Blake die accidentally. Now, I know $35,000 doesn't seem like a lot of money in the world, and it's really not. But if Blake were to pass away, do you think their paycheck would be able to still come into the home?
No,
Yeah, I'd imagine that would put a crunch in your budget, wouldn't it? Now,
absolutely.
let me go ahead and email you a certificate for your records. Now, I do need at least two emergency contacts in two different households, just in case you both pass at the same time. Both of your emergency contacts should be close to you, and it's my job to explain to their responsibilities to them. Now, I want to make sure that it's okay with you. Who is your first emergency contact, Blake and Karen?
My first one is, or Taryn's first one is going to be her sister Christina
Okay. And what's Christina's last name?
Soto, Soto,
And her phone number?
806-787-5434.
All right. And what about you, Blake? Who is your emergency contact?
Mine will be my brother, Barrett, Barrett,
Okay.
and his same last name, Thomason. And his phone
Okay.
number is 325-660-4509.
Thank you. Okay. So I just want to make sure, Blake and Taryn, that I'm just giving the okay. That way I could touch base with them, and if you can just give me a verbal yes, if
Yeah.
you're okay with it. Also, just to make things just a little bit more smoother, if you both can do me a favor, just let them know that I'll be getting in contact with them for Zoom visit so that we can just kind of figure out how we can go over pertaining to you both.
Okay.
Uh, Now, if something happens, you're going to need our local office number. If you can grab your phone, I'm going to provide you the number. Should anything happen, you'll have this handy. Let me know whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
Now, the number here is 832
Mm-hmm.
327
Mm-hmm.
0800.
Got
And
it.
this is our base suit agency. This is the one that's located out of Houston.
Okay.
Awesome. Now, next here, we have our sponsorship program. Now, Blake, this policy is just on you, but the second part of this benefit is that you can extend this to your closest family members, your friends outside of your contacts at no cost to you or them. All you're going to do is give them the option to make a decision for themselves, just like you did today.
Mm-hmm.
And you mentioned earlier you have your siblings outside of your emergency contacts. You have other brothers and sisters.
Um, no, not really. Just my siblings and Taryn's siblings would be who we would want to sponsor in if that's okay.
Okay, yeah, no problem at all. Um, so this is what this certificate, this AD&D policy certificate is what we want to be able to give to them
Awesome.
um, in regards of you both.
Uh-huh.
Would you go ahead and provide me your other siblings' names and phone numbers?
Yeah, I've got Callie.
Okay, and this is your sister,
Yeah, that's my sister.
Callie.
Calie
Okay, Calie, and her last name, please,
is Heckman, Heckman.
and her number.
325-660-1124.
All right.
And then I've also got
And
a brother,
oh, go ahead. Your brother's name,
Caleb, Caleb,
right?
and his number is 325 660 8753.
And I'm going to assume it's Thomason as well.
Yes, yeah, his name is Thomason. And then Taryn's other brother, his name is Tony
His last name?
Soto, Soto,
Okay.
and his number is 512 949 0224.
All right. Well, I appreciate you giving me that information. Also, just reach out to them as well, because we want to be able to give them a heads up on call. I just don't want to catch them off guard. And
Yeah,
I'll probably shoot them a text first just to kind of, introduce myself.
yeah, I understand that.
Awesome. Now, the next one we have here, Blake and Taryn, I'm just gonna go I'm just going to go jump into reviewing the exclusive benefits that you must qualify for. Now, all of the families that I see, they love this part of the program, and it's why 20,000 different groups handpicked American Income Life to handle their permanent and portable benefits for the past 60 plus years. The best part is you're getting access to the same exclusive benefits that groups like police officers, firefighters, and unions have access to. Now, without having to pay the dues, next time you are at IBEW 76, make sure you give them a thank you for setting this up for you.
Okay.
Now, the next no cost benefit is a needs analysis software. It'll ask you questions and either recommend coverage or not. Now, depending on your situation, before I do that, let me just show you I just want to let you know that I am licensed. I'm a life insurance profession in the state of Texas. So I just want to let you know I am qualified to handle these sorts of benefits for you today.
Okay.
Now, let's see here. Now, Blake, on your reply card that you submitted to us, you did provide, I didn't see the date of birth.
It's
Would you be able to provide the date of birth for me, please?
01 2593.
All right. And what is your date of birth, Taryn?
12 7 94.
Now, before I jump into the survey here, I just have a few preliminary qualifications to review with you. And this pertains to both of you. So you'll just let me know if it applies or not.
Okay.
Um, here. Now, you must be a member of authorized group or sponsored in by someone who is, but we're good here. Next, you must have an active checking account, which is a traditional brick and mortar bank or a credit union. And we don't use anything like Chime, Chase Liquid, Wells Fargo, Cash App, anything like that. So who do you bank with?
We use First Financial Bank.
Secondly, have you had any DUIs in the last 2 years, any arrests, or do you have any departure from good health?
No, ma'am.
Have either of you used any tobacco or nicotine in the past 12 months?
No, ma'am.
And by nicotine, this could include anything such as dip, vape, nicotine patch or gum, or marijuana.
Mm-mm. None.
Okay, all right. Now, most families worry about affordability, so it's typical based on about a 1 hour's wage per week to be accurate. Blake, how much do you make an hour?
We make about I make about 4,300 a month, and she makes about 3,200 a month.
Okay. All right. And do you get any death benefits through work?
Whoa, wait. 3,200, not 32,000.
Oh, I'm sorry. 32.
That's okay. And I'm 4,300, not 43,000.
I don't know where I'm adding extras. Good looking out. I
There we
appreciate
go.
that. And how much life insurance do you have through work?
I have a $100,000 policy, and she has a $50,000 policy.
And do you happen to have any life insurance outside of work?
No, we do not.
Okay. Do you happen to rent or own?
We rent.
Okay. And how much is your rent monthly?
It's about $1,200.
Mhm. And you said you had a checking account.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Blake and Taryn, have you thought about if you wanted to be an earth burial or a cremation?
I want to be cremated.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Let's see here. Okay, great. So before I go any further, it looks like the needs analysis found some gaps in your coverage. So I have this mandatory read-off letter to you. It explains how the enrollment process works. Now, Blake and Taryn, instead of reading this whole thing, I'm just going to summarize it for you. And what it's basically saying is that if the benefits fits your needs and they make sense, apply today. If they don't, if they don't apply, it's really simple as either, yes or no. And that decision does have to be made today. So during your service period, in fairness to all other members waiting to enroll, you'll see what they did is they set it up to be a no-brainer. It's going to be an easy yes or no. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
So whatever you decide to do, they do want you to give your opinion in a Google review, which is sort of like my report card. I do try to get a 5-star rating every time, so it's important to stop me if you have any questions. Does that make sense as well?
Yeah.
Okay, and will you stop me if you have any questions as well, Taryn?
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so our next slide here. This is a list of concerns. And as you know, over the years, we go through contract negotiations and benefit changes at work. Now, it's a give and a take. Lately, it seems like we're paying a lot more, but getting a lot less. Now, the company has a labor advisory board of 50 international union presidents that gathered feedback from working families, union or not. And they came up with the list of concerns that I'm going to review with you really quickly. Now, the first concern is our co-pays and lost wages. How's your health insurance through your work?
Like
Oh, you stated you didn't have
yeah,
any
it's
insurance.
okay. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, obviously our doctors and hospitals are doing great. Have you seen the doctor's parking lot lately?
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Yeah. But when you or someone in your family is hurt or injured, then there are lost wages as well as out-of-pocket expenses. And that's because our health insurance doesn't really cover. Now, our next concern is our funeral and final expenses. Have either of you ever dealt with a funeral?
Yeah, not too long ago.
Okay. All right. Well, whose funeral was it, may I ask?
It was her brother's.
What was that like?
It was awful. Too young.
Mm, yeah. And I'm sorry to hear about that. That's pretty tough. I actually lost my grandmother back in 2020. And she actually lost her life from COVID. She actually had the
Oh,
COPD. So
yeah.
it was pretty tough on our family.
Yeah.
So I understand how that can be. Now, do you happen to know how much the average cost funeral costs nowadays?
I can't say I do.
Well, our average cost is about between $10,000 to $20,000. Now, funeral homes, they want their money almost immediately, and
Yeah.
this could create a lot of stress for the surviving family members. Now, most families don't have that kind of money laying around, and even if they did, they didn't set it aside for that.
Yeah.
Our next concern is our paycheck loss. Now, obviously, no matter how great your benefits are through work, they won't keep a paycheck coming into your home. So this is a huge concern for surviving spouses and children.
Yeah.
Our next one here is our mortgage and rent. If you decide that you're going to own a house one day, I know you're renting now, but aside from the emotional trauma that is an unexpected death can cause, having to have the surviving spouse and kids move out from their home, it just makes everything so much worse. And they wanted to make sure that that wouldn't happen to families that we visit with.
Yeah.
Our next concern is our children's protection. And due to the fact that work benefits don't provide any permanent coverage for kids or protection for kids' future due to the loss of one or both parents, they wanted to make sure they had something in place. Now, kids are the most vulnerable to experience severe consequences from the death of a parent, and that is why this was a top priority. So, Taryn and Blake, for whenever you decide to have children, um, this is something to look forward to down in the future.
Awesome.
Our next concern would be terminal illness such as cancer. Now, right now in the United States, for men, there is a 1 in 2 chance of developing or dying from cancer. That's like a flip of a coin.
Yeah, that's
And yeah, and for Taryn, for me and you as women, it's a 1 out of 3 until the age of 65. And then it's a 1 out of 2. So it's the leading cause of bankruptcy due to illness, and it's devastating for families. The next concern I want to show is our group benefits. Now, group benefits are for a group, but individuals all have different needs. Now, more importantly, you can rely on your group benefits because you don't own those benefits, believe it or not. Aside from retirement, people can lose benefits if they're unemployed or if they have a long illness before death. Now, they just wanted to make sure you had permanent benefits and were tied that weren't tied to your workplace. Our last concern here is going to be obviously affordability. Now, to take care of all of these concerns is usually expensive. And we like to sit down with people making anywhere from $10 an hour and some making $70 an hour. Now, some are working tons of overtime and some are retired or laid off. This program here, we're designed to be customized so that anyone can afford it. And the way they set this up in mind is if your boss gave you an extra hour's pay, you wouldn't rush out to buy like a Ferrari or book a dream vacation, right?
no.
Right. Now, if they cut your hours by one, you probably wouldn't have to sell your car or cancel your what Netflix membership plan, right?
No.
Right. So just think about the 1 hour's wage, they won't really change anything. So let's use it to cover all your gaps and protect your family. Now, we have Blake and Taryn. It just helps if I just give an illustration just to kind of show you what's been set up for you. So, Blake, let's imagine that you and Taryn go into work tomorrow. Right now, you're both here. You're at job A, which is the job here on our left. And
Okay.
with job A, you have your normal benefits. With job A, you're making $1,870 per week combined. Let's say an identical job opens up. Some people say same people, same work, same benefits. The only difference is the income.
Okay.
And you're making $1,793 per week, which is about your 1 hour's wage difference for each of you. So they took that hour that would make a really difference and they decided to put it towards something that would, which is handling all of your concerns. So the first benefit covers your entire family due to any sort of accident, which is our accidental benefits here. Now, the numbers that you see listed here, I'm just kind of going to go through each one of them just to kind of give you an idea of how it's broken down for accidental benefit. Now, you get for accidental benefits, we're going to pay you, not the doctors. So we're going to pay you $200 for a doctor or urgent care visit. And we are going to pay you $400 for any overnight stay in the hospital. So if you had any serious accident and you were in there for 10 days, that's about $4,000 that we'll be sending you. And we also will send you $800 for if you are in the ICU. Now, where do you think the ICU is located?
In the hospital?
In the hospital, right? So not only are we going to pay you the $800 per day, but we're also going to pay the $400 since you're obviously in the hospital. That's about $1,200. Now, $20,000 for the loss of a hand, foot, or eye, and double that for any two. And then down here for accidental death, that's $40,000 to $200 in accidental death coverage. This is great, right? So
Absolutely.
right now with your current job, they don't have this. I'm going to go ahead and go down to the freedom of choice. Now, there is 100% chance that you'll use this one. Now, the freedom of choice certificate will take care of the financial burden so your family doesn't have to. Now, Blake, your freedom of choice certificate is worth $90,000. And Taryn, your freedom of choice certificate is also worth $90,000.
Awesome.
Now, once the funeral home director calls this number on the front of American Income Life, will coordinate everything and the rest will go to your family tax free. So, on the worst day of your life, can you see how this will make things easier for you?
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. So right now you don't have anything like this in place, but let me just kind of dive down to our income protection. Now, Blake, your program provides a total of 158,000 that pays out for any kind of death to take care of this concern. And Taryn, this would give you $4,300 every month for the next 3 years, just like as if Blake was still here. In Taryn, your program provides a total of $142,000 that pays out for any kind of death to take care of this concern. Blake, this would give you $3,200 every month for 3.5 years, just as if Taryn was still here. So this just kind of gives you time to figure out what you're going to do with your life, your job, and any other insurance money. This is really a game changer, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And there is no monthly income replacement uh, as as it stands if this is not in place as of today. Now, as far as rent protection, this is one of our other good benefits here. Another major concern is protecting your home. So whenever you decide to own a home, that's exactly why this benefit software is recommending 28,800 of rental protection coverage on you, Blake. And it's recommending that 28,800 of rent protection coverage on you as well, Taryn. So right now with your current job, they aren't going to pay your rent when something happens,
Um,
but this program here does. And that's huge, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I'm going to dive right down to our terminal illness. This is another great benefit here. Now, another important feature of this program is that if you're diagnosed with terminal illness, such as cancer, you can access half of freedom choice and income protection benefit while you are alive. So, Blake, they are providing you with 138,400 for this fund, and Taryn, they are providing you with $130,400 for this fund. So this gives you the chance to put your family in the best situation financially if you get in the worst news imaginable. Now, the remainder of the benefit will pay out to your family as a death benefit, and your current benefits don't provide anything there, as you can see. So they thought, as you can see, that pretty much everything to put in place for anything to happen in the case of you losing one or the other. Now, permanent and portable layoff waivers or strike waiver, this is also a really cool benefit. So if you can imagine, unlike your group benefits, which you can lose, these benefits are permanent and portable. So if you leave your job, if you leave Blake IBEW 76 or retire, you get to keep these. So in addition, if you are qualified for a layoff, we will pay cover any benefits for you for up to 3 months. Now, if you're ever in a situation where you have qualified for a strike, then it will be up to 12 months. And the good thing about that is you don't have to pay that back. So we're going to take care of you.
Awesome.
Now, Blake and Taryn, now that I reviewed everything with you guys, I'm sure you can see why 20,000 groups chose this program above all others and why more families have our programs than any other companies because of the value and the full circle of protection it does provide. I mean, if something were to happen to both of you, like a bad car accident, Blake, your family will receive $356,800. That's
Wow.
just that's just over a quarter billion of dollars. And Taryn, your family would also receive the $340,800 for only about 1 hour's wage per week. Now, with your current job, there's no guarantee that your family will receive anything at all. So, Blake and Taryn, if you went into work tomorrow and you had a choice between job A and job B, which job would you take?
Job B all day
Okay, well, Taryn, why would you choose job B?
because of everything that you get, all the benefits, everything. Like it's a no-brainer.
A no-brainer. And that's smart. That's exactly what I would do. And that's what everyone says. So they set this up to be a no-brainer. So everyone wants the benefits, but not everyone can get the benefits. So as I mentioned before, I do have to get you qualified first. So let me just run through some questions and let's see if you qualify, okay?
Okay.
All right. And you'll just let me know yes or no, and this pertains to you both. So, Blake and Taryn, have you ever been treated for alcoholism or alcohol abuse, including AA or anything like that?
No.
Have you ever used any types of street drugs, such as cocaine, amphetamines, or hallucinogens?
No.
All right. Have you ever had your driver license suspended or revoked, or ever been arrested or convicted of a DUI?
No.
Do you plan to, or in the past 2 years, have you flown your own plane as a pilot or even as a flight attendant?
No.
All right. Have you participated in any of the following auto, motorcycle, boat racing, parachute jumping, skin scuba, or skydiving?
No.
Have you ever received any type of treatment for high blood pressure, chest pain, heart attack, stroke, heart blood, or circulatory disorder?
No.
All right, going well so far. Have you ever been treated for any diabetes or endocrine disorders such as thyroid disorder,
No.
any paralysis, epilepsy, mental disease, anxiety, depression, or ADHD?
No, ma'am.
And that can also include bipolar and PTSD or anxiety.
No.
Awesome. Have you ever been treated for arthritis or any injury or trouble to your back, knees, or joints?
Nope.
Do you have any other health issues that we haven't covered yet?
No, ma'am.
All right. Have you ever been diagnosed or treated for cancer, tumor, or unexplained masses?
No, ma'am.
Have you ever been rejected for life or medical insurance before?
No, ma'am.
Now, in the past 5 years, have you had a physical exam?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. And have you had any medical treatment or prescribed any medications?
No.
In the past 5 years, have you been hospitalized overnight?
No.
All right. And in a nursing home, do you have a terminal illness such as Alzheimer's?
No.
Good to know. And have you ever been treated for asthma, emphysema, sleep apnea, or other respiratory disorders?
No, ma'am.
All right. Any ulcers, colitis, or other digestive tract disorder?
No.
Psoriasis, hepatitis, liver disorder, blood disorder, or bone marrow transplant?
No, ma'am.
Kidney, prostate, urinary bladder disorder?
Nope.
Disease of the breast, uterus, or ovaries?
No.
Rheumatoid arthritis or any other musculoskeletal disorder?
No, ma'am.
Loss of hearing or sight?
Nope.
Any AIDS or HIV?
Nope.
Ever tested positive for AIDS and spiders?
Nope.
Okay. And any tobacco or nicotine used in the past 12 months, as we discussed earlier, and that would include the vape, nicotine patch gum, marijuana.
Nope.
And are you any former user? Like, have you done it in the past?
No. Gosh, no.
You guys seem pretty healthy to me. That's awesome. Keep it up.
Yeah, we try.
See. Um, all right. So, give me just a moment here. So, what I read off to you is just our QR checklist, which is mandatory checklist that we review with all of our members, and it just explains the enrollment process. And the first thing the checklist talks about is the way the benefits are handled. Um, and we have you selected here and recommended. Now we do have our draft dates. This program is set up once a month, computerized deduction through your banking system. Now, having it done this way, it gains you this discounted rate, and your program is only $327 a month. This can be handled anytime between the 3rd and 17th of the month. What date is best for you?
Oh, I don't. You said 329?
327. So, like as we discussed before, this is just where they deducted your 1 hour's a wage from both combined. So it computerized the rate to be $327 that
Yeah.
you guys.
I don't think we could afford that.
Okay. So what was it that you liked about
I like
which one of these features
the
did you stood
income
out?
and the accidental benefits.
Okay. The income and accidental benefits. Okay, good choice. Good choice. So what I'll do for you is I can crunch some numbers around just so we want to be able to get you in a comfortable position to still be able to receive the benefits, but in a most affordable price, because that is our main priority here. So allow me to just come down here. So we'll modify your income protection, which is the cost benefit here. Let's see what we're working with. And let's also modify this a bit. Now, with the changes here, we're looking at about $75 a week. And from the changes that I've made prior to what it was before, I can bring you down to about $300.35 per month. How does that sound?
That is definitely better.
Okay, good to know. All right. And so again, as far as our draft dates, it'll be between the 3rd and 17th. Which day would be best?
Let's go with the 15th.